Hello, and welcome back to Tech Support Mondays. Today we're unraveling a hot topic that's dominating headlines and conversations: artificial intelligence. Perhaps you've encountered news about AI's impact on the job market, witnessed chatbots crafting stories and art, or even pondered if your smartphone possesses a secret intelligence. The sheer volume of information and occasional confusion surrounding AI can feel overwhelming and even a bit daunting. But rest assured, you don't need a tech background to follow along. Whether you're simply curious, a little apprehensive, or just want to grasp the true essence of AI, you've come to the right place. We'll demystify the subject in clear, straightforward language, provide tangible examples, and aim to make AI less of an enigma and more of a valuable tool. Let's get started. Let's start at the very beginning. What exactly is artificial intelligence? The term itself was first coined in 1956 by a group of scientists at a Dartmouth College conference. Their vision was to create machines capable of thinking and solving problems, essentially mirroring the functions of a human brain. Since then, AI has frequently appeared in popular culture, with science fiction often depicting it as sentient robots or computers that can think, feel, and even potentially dominate the world. However, the reality of today's AI is quite different from those fictional portrayals. Modern AI lacks the human like intelligence, consciousness, or the ability to think independently. Instead, it comprises computer programs adept at pattern recognition and data and repetitive task execution. Think of it like following a recipe precisely, rather than inventing a new one. Simple forms of AI are present in everyday tools like calculators and spell checkers. These systems don't understand their actions, they merely follow rules defined by humans or derived from examples. You might be surprised to learn just how often you interact with AI every single day. It's not just robots or fancy computers, it's baked right into a lot of the tech we use without second thought. When you unlock your smartphone with your face, search for photos by keyword, or get suggestions on what to watch next on Netflix, AI is quietly working in the background. When your email automatically filters out spam or your Maps app helps you dodge traffic, that's AI too. Even those helpful recommended products you see while shopping online are powered by AI analyzing your habits. And here's a useful tip. Many of these features that makes your device smart are actually driven by AI, like your phone's voice assistant or predictive text when you type a message. Take a few minutes to explore the settings on your favorite apps. You might discover new AI powered tools designed to save you time and effort. Now, let's talk about the different types of AI you might hear about and some of the big benefits it brings, especially in science and research. Most AI you'll encounter is called narrow AI. This means it's designed to do just one job really well, like recognizing faces, translating languages, or playing chess. The most common way AI learns is through something called machine learning. Instead of being told exactly what to do step by step, the computer looks at tons of examples, like thousands of pictures of cats and dogs, and eventually figures out how to tell them all apart on its own. There's also a newer branch called generative AI, which can actually create new content like stories, music, or artwork by learning from patterns of in massive amounts of data. Tools like ChatGPT or DALL-E are examples that you might have already seen. But some of it, the most exciting breakthroughs, have happened in scientific research. For example, AI has helped scientists speed up the discovery of new medicines, find new planets, and even predict the structure of proteins, something that used to take years of work. AI can sort through mountains of data in seconds, finding patterns that would take humans much longer to spot. This means faster medical breakthroughs, more accurate weather forecasts, and even better ways to protect the environment. Of course, AI isn't perfect. It's important to know its limitations. One of the biggest pitfalls is that AI doesn't know what it doesn't know. It doesn't have common sense. It can't tell if it's made a mistake. If an AI system is trained with incorrect or biased information, it can keep repeating those mistakes without realizing it's wrong. That's why you'll sometimes get weird recommendations, odd mistakes in AI generated text, or even embarrassing failures when companies aren't paying close attention. And there's something a lot of people don't realize. If no one is watching closely, mistakes made by AI can go unnoticed until they reach real customers or users in the real world. That's why it's always important for companies and individuals to double check what AI is doing, especially when it's being used for important or sensitive jobs. Always remember, AI can be a helpful assistant, but still needs careful human supervision. Let's talk about some of the real world ways AI is actually helping people and businesses every day. For businesses, AI can save time by automatically sorting emails, scheduling meetings, or providing quick answers to customer questions. Retailers use AI to predict what products will sell best or to personalize shopping recommendations. In healthcare, AI helps doctors read x rays and scans more accurately, and in finance, it helps spot suspicious transactions faster than any human could. But AI isn't just for big companies. There are simple, helpful tools out there for everyone. For example, you can use AI to summarize articles, help you brainstorm creative ideas, or translate menu when you travel overseas. Personally, I use AI like a rubber duck. That's a programming term for someone or something to talk to when you're working through a tricky problem. Sometimes just typing out my ideas or explaining them to AI helps me organize my own thoughts or stumble into new solutions, even if the AI's answers aren't always perfect. In fact, some people find AI surprisingly helpful as a form of digital journaling, especially if you can't afford a therapist or are between sessions and just need something to talk something out. It can feel therapeutic to write out your feelings, get your thoughts in order, or just to vent to another voice, even if it's artificial. Of course, I have to stress AI is not a replacement for a real therapist or supportive friend, but as a tool, it can be help you process complex emotions, relieve a little stress, or simply put your thoughts into words. Think of it as similar to writing in a journal or talking things through with someone you trust. Now let's spend a moment on some of the big ethical questions around AI. One of the biggest concerns today is how companies are starting to use AI to replace human workers, not just in factories, but in offices, customer service, and even creative jobs. This isn't just a problem for workers who might lose their jobs, it can end up being a problem for the businesses themselves. When you rely too much on AI, you risk losing valuable employees who know your systems, your customers, and how things really get done. And when AI makes mistakes, there might not be anyone left who understands how to fix them. Replacing people too quickly can lead to a drop in service quality, unexpected errors, and a loss of trust from your customers. Smart businesses are using AI to assist their teams, not to get rid of them. Ethical use of AI means being careful about privacy, fairness, and making sure technology isn't reinforcing stereotypes or spreading false information. And with generative AI tools that can create fake images or even entire videos, it's more important than ever to look for things with a critical eye. So, what are some common AI tools that you might already be using or seeing without realizing it? There's ChatGPT for answering questions and writing text, Dolly for creating images from descriptions, Google's voice assistant and search features, of course, and Alexa and Siri are on your own devices. But here's something to be really careful about. Social media is already being flooded with AI generated photos and videos, many of which are getting harder and harder to tell apart from reality. For example, Google's new video generator, VO3, has only been out for a couple months, but you may have already seen ultra realistic videos without even knowing that it was created by AI. It's becoming more and more common to see perfectly lifelike photos and videos that never actually happened. So, how do you protect yourself? If something looks too amazing or shocking to be true, check the source and be cautious before you believe or share it. Stay alert and remember that not everything you see online is real, even if it looks perfect. Great question, Carla. Some AI tools can be trained to spot sentiment in messages. For example, noticing if your words sound happy or frustrated. But AI doesn't really understand emotions the way people do, and it can easily get things wrong, especially with sarcasm or jokes. If you want to be sure you're understood, it's always best to talk to a real person. AI tools like ChatGPT can write drafts and give you ideas, but you should always read over anything before sending it out, especially for business. AI sometimes gets facts wrong, misses important context, or it uses wording that doesn't sound like you. Think of AI as a helpful assistant, but keep the final say for yourself. There are AI powered tools that help keep track of your spending, set budgets, and give you reminders, and most people find these very handy. But you should never share your sensitive information like your full bank login or passwords with an AI chatbot. To reputable finance apps, use strong passwords, and check your bank security recommendations. Absolutely, Amanda. TikTok is full of AI generated videos. Some use AI to change faces and add special effects, or even make people sing songs they never recorded. It's a fun platform, but remember, not everything you see is real, and it's getting harder to spot what's been changed or created by AI. That's a really important question, Joseph. For reviews, look for patterns, lots of similar wording, vague details, or accounts with no other activity. For photos, sometimes you'll notice odd details like extra fingers, blurry backgrounds, or strange lighting that doesn't line up with reality. If in doubt, check reviews on multiple websites or use reverse image search to see if the photos appear elsewhere. Fantastic question, Sarah. Jobs that require creativity, empathy, problem solving, or hands on work are less likely to be replaced by AI soon. Learning to use AI tools, managing technology, or developing people skills like communication and teamwork can help keep your skills in demand. That's a smart concern, Randy. Not all AI systems keep your data, but some do, especially if they're helping train the AI to get better. Always check an app's privacy policy, never share anything super personal, and use AI tools from companies you trust. When in doubt, leave out sensitive info, always. Let's recap. AI is already a big part of our lives, from smart assistants to photo filters to scientific discoveries, but it's not real intelligence, and it needs careful human guidance. There are amazing benefits, but also real risks, especially when it comes to jobs, privacy, and what we believe online. The key is to stay curious, stay careful, and to use AI as a tool to help, not replace, your own thinking and judgment. If you have more questions, want us to dive deeper into a specific topic, or need help making sense of AI in your business or daily life, drop a comment below or send us a message. And if you're looking for to build a website that's modern, safe, and uses the best of today's tech, visit us at 123mapwebsites.com. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.